What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Merry Christmas, everyone who celebrates. It is Christmas morning, and it's weird being out here right now because the lighting's probably all screwed up, but kids were up early, so they've torn through their presents. It's been fantastic. And I wanted to review a beer this morning. I'm stoked on this. I reviewed Gingerbread Stout from Hardywood a couple weeks ago, and it was pretty cool, like the amount of love that Hardywood got just in the comments from people who watched the review. I didn't even know about Hardywood until recently. I talked to my buddy Scott about them. They're out of Richmond, Virginia, and a lot of people had commented that they liked Gingerbread Stout. It was a fun kind of seasonal beer. I enjoyed it too. After I reviewed that, I got a message from my man Ben, and he was like, hey, there is a bourbon barrel-aged version of that with coffee called Kentucky Christmas Morning. Do you want to trade for it so you can check it out? And I was like, yes, absolutely. And I started reading about it, and it sounds fantastic. So I figured, what better morning than Christmas morning than to review this beer? So this is it, the 2016 vintage of Kentucky Christmas Morning, and that label art is awesome. This is a 10.6% alcohol by volume. It says it's gingerbread stout aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels with locally roasted coffee beans, and it says it's made with Black Hand coffee. So I guess that's probably a local Richmond place. It's got all the information on this: 40 SRM, 55 IBU. It's really cool. So I guess this is a brewery only release, and you have to kind of line up to get it. I don't know if they do it every year. I didn't look up that much of it, but I'm stoked to check this one out. So hopefully no judgments passed. What time is it? It's 9. So it is legitimately Christmas morning. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying Christmas with your families. I love Christmas. It's so fun with kids too. So Santa was very nice to everyone this year. So yeah, Ben, thanks for this one. Ooh, huge pop on that. And I can already smell bourbon. So let's go ahead and give her a pour, see what she's got. Tons of smoke on that too. But yeah, so gingerbread stout is a milk stout. I think that's right. This just says stout with coffee and spices, brewed in Richmond, Virginia. So it's insane what that smells like. Sorry I just woke up a little while ago. I've been up for a couple hours, so I didn't even I'm a mess. It's all good. Santa had a late night. So it poured a little bit. It was like on the lighter side, kind of cola-ish, but it's pitch black in the glass. I don't know, quarter finger of just like super fluffy, kind of a mocha khaki looking head. It looks awesome in the glass. I wonder how I'm gonna feel after I drink this at 9 o'clock in the morning. When we swirl that, there's glass lacing, there's alcohol legs. It looks absolutely awesome. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in it and see what she smells like. Ooh, so this is gingerbread stout was like I think I had said it reminded me of like Thanksgiving spices. It was like that kind of gingery, clovey allspice. This is bourbon, it's chocolate, and there's like this roasted coffee roast underneath that. This smells freaking amazing. I will say I don't know if it's just the bourbon barrels that it sits in. If you were to give this to me side by side blind with gingerbread stout, I don't think I would be able to pick out that this is that base beer aged in bourbon barrels, because the bourbon and the chocolate and the coffee are kind of overpowering all of that. There's a little it's almost like a cinnamony sort of thing like underneath all that, but this is just straight bourbon. It's chocolate, like that kind of cocoa powder thing. And coffee. Fuck, this smells amazing. Yeah, there's like this kind of faint like cinnamon thing kind of underneath all that. It doesn't really smell like a gingerbread cookie, but it smells fantastic. So let's go and dig in. Merry Christmas, Ben. Thank you so much for this one, sir. Cheers. It's funny because you don't smell a whole lot of spice, because the bourbon and like that kind of chocolatey coffee thing sort of overpowers the nose. The spices, those kind of holiday spices, are definitely there on the finish of that. That is awesome. This legitimately tastes like if you took some kind of like cookie pastry, something, and dipped it in a cup of coffee and you were like sipping bourbon with it. That is fantastic. This is really, really good. The taste follows the nose up front. It's bourbon. It's sweet though. Bourbon, and then as it goes across your palate, it's chocolate. You get this awesome coffee roast. It's not overpowering coffee. We just drank High Westified, the Lagunitas beer. This is much more coffee forward than that beer. That beer was much more whiskey forward. So if you were to take that beer, kind of cut the whiskey back, I know this is bourbon, but if you were to cut that kind of back and added coffee to it, it would taste more like this. But you're getting the killer, like, it's saying gingerbread. I don't know if it's exactly gingerbread, but it's like that kind of all spicy, clovey, cinnamon kind of thing. I like this more than the standard gingerbread stout base beer. I had kind of joked that one was much more sweet. I think the bourbon barrels kind of cut that sweetness down. Even as I'm talking to you, you're getting like this oaky kind of vanilla, woody character from the barrels. This is killer. Again, it's 10.5%. It's a little on the thin side, and you kind of saw that as we were pouring it. It was kind of like that light kind of cola thing. But yeah, it's an awesome balance of bourbon, chocolate, coffee, and then the spices aren't too overpowering. A lot of times with like pumpkin beers, if you drink those during like the holidays, it can get like just way too much with all the spices. This is an awesome balance of all of that. So I really, really, really like this, and I will enjoy sipping on this the rest of the morning. So I'm actually going to bring it inside and share it too. I mean, we should always share good beer on Christmas, right? But yeah, I mean, this is fantastic. I think I gave regular gingerbread stout like a 94, 95. This is like 97 for me. I love the balance of this. I love the bourbon. I love the chocolate. I love the coffee. And there's just enough spice on the finish that lets you know you're drinking a gingerbread stout, but without overpowering everything. So this is absolutely fantastic. Ben, thanks so much for sending this. That is Kentucky Christmas Morning. So yeah, I'm going 97. This is awesome. So yeah, I'm out of here, guys. I hope all of you who celebrate had a fantastic Christmas. If you're not a Christmas celebrator, happy holidays. Enjoy the time with the family. And cheers to an awesome 2017. So that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to go hang out with the family. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys very soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all these